Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, that should be good. Hey everybody on Clubhouse. Hey Facebook. Hey Instagram. YouTube. Let me go live on Instagram. Saucy Santana is getting so wet. Okay. We're going to get started officially at 8:05. This is NPL Legal Dish. If you don't know what that means or what this show is about, just stick around for a few minutes and I will explain what this show is about as I put this title in. Hey Labe Insurance Agency. Oh my gosh, guys, this is a rare treat. So if you don't know, one of my very close friends is an insurance agent and she handles all my insurance. And as a business owner, you need at the very least, you need general liability insurance. So if you're in the DMV area and you're in need of insurance, check out Labe Insurance Agency. They've been in business for over 40 years. You cannot go wrong, okay? All right, but we're getting started in like 3 minutes. No problem, boo. You know I love you. We're getting started in about 3 minutes. Grab yourselves a drink, a snack, anything that's going to make you feel more comfortable. Go on and get that. Y'all, I'ma actually... Thank you, Labe Insurance Agency. She said great content on my page and keep up the good work. Thanks, doll. All right. Okay, so we are going to get started in a couple of minutes. I have stories for you guys today about people trying to trademark, what do you call those things? Basically trying to trademark swear words. What do you call expletives? People trying to trademark expletives. We have a story having to do with the purple one. Taylor Swift is being sued by some lady. Somebody has taken their love for coming to America a little bit too far. What else? Kanye West has filed a weird new trademark. Usain Bolt is trademarking something, and I want your opinion on it. And Disney has dodged a lawsuit lodged against it by Evel Knievel. All right, so we've got this, and hey, Glow 111. Lots of other stories to talk about. So hang on tight, all right? We're getting started very soon. My friends on Clubhouse, if you want to join the visual part of the show, you are free to join us on Instagram at NPL Consulting Firm or on Facebook at NPL Consult. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Just hang out here on Clubhouse too, okay? All right. But we're going to get started very soon, so relax. Guys, today was my first day post smoothie cleanse. I've been drinking nothing but green smoothies for the last 12 days. I feel great. And now I get to talk to you guys because it's 8:05, all right? Okay, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are listening to the show or watching the show and you're like, who's this lady? Why is she talking? Why should I listen? I am Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I am the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself do get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you have your articles of incorporation, getting your EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, making sure that you have contracts for clients and partners so you don't get left holding the bag. Securing your securing your intellectual property through trademarks and copyrights and sometimes patents. And also providing you with hiring and training strategies so that you don't get sued for discrimination, okay? I help you do this and more. If you're wondering why I'm qualified to help you do all of this, I'm very happy that you asked. I'm a licensed attorney, have been one for 16 years and counting. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to. No, not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school. But a lot of you have amazing business ideas, and if you're going to be successful, there are just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it, so that's why I'm here, okay? So if you are in the startup phase of your business and you are looking for some legal guidance, you're like, I don't know where to go to file my articles of incorporation. I don't know how to, apply for my EIN number or my DUNS number. And now we have the UEI number. No, the UIE number. Basically, the government set up their own identification number for those of you who are interested in federal contracting, right? So if you don't know how to do those foundational things to get your business legally established so you can do things like establish business credit, get your products into big box stores, and be able to secure federal contracts, connect with me. I want to help you get these things in order so that you can access all of those things that the big boys do, okay? So how are you going to connect with me? You're going to go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. There you can book yourself a free 15-minute consultation if you're a first-time client. You can also download my free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less. Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm is also where you can access my digital products, like my ebooks and video trainings. It's also where you can connect with my other social media platforms, Instagram, Clubhouse, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. Don't plan on getting on TikTok anytime soon. But connect with me. I want to help you guys, forge that path to success that so many of you are ready to do. All right. Now that I've shilled my wares, let's get to the reason why we're here. NPL Legal Dish. This is how the show works. I pull stories from the news, stories from blog sites, stories that you guys send to me. I love it when you guys are in my inbox. It makes me feel so good. And we talk about the stories that have lessons that we can learn as business owners, okay? So this is a time for you to get involved in the conversation, ask questions, give comments as long as they are respectful. Okay, so so just join in on it's a lot more fun when we're all participating, okay? Just think about in school, did you enjoy it more when the teacher was just lecturing to you guys, or the teacher, made it something interactive that you could really, sink your teeth into? All right, okay. So let's get to our first story of the evening. And this one, if you have ever watched my show, actually, no, I'm going to do that one second. Okay, this first one. So you all remember when the Grand Cheeto got kicked off of social media, like even Pinterest blocked him. If you remember when all the social media platforms were kicking Donald Trump off of their platforms, give me a star emoji, okay? Because, he was out here just saying wild things, and none of the social media platforms wanted any of the smoke that might come along with it. So he got banned pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all those places, right? Now, because he did not have a social media platform to turn to. His favorite seemed to have been Twitter. Donald Trump tried to start his own social media platform. Does anybody remember the name of the social media platform that Donald Trump tried to start? I'm going to give y'all like a minute. Does anybody remember the name of the social media platform that Donald Trump tried to start? Clubhouse, you can raise your hand to come on the mic, or if you can just write in the chat box if you don't feel like, speaking, okay? But let's see if y'all remember. And I don't blame y'all if you don't, because I didn't pay no attention either. Anyway, so Donald Trump tried to come out with a social media platform called Truth Social. How ironic, right? So as they were trying to get this app approved, getting it up and running, of course, they wanted to apply for a trademark. So they filed a trademark application with the USPTO for Truth Social, for a social media application, designed to bring people together. Whatever you put for a social media app. All right. The USPTO has swiftly and decidedly said no. They said no, Mr. Trump, you cannot trademark Truth Social. Not because he's a vile human being, which he is, but because there are already multiple trademarks having the word truth in them, dealing with technology, and they could be confused with your app. The first one is called Vero, Vero. It is Vero True Social. It is a social media app. I don't really know what Vero does. Let's see if we can just look it up real quick. Let me see. Vero True Social. It's it's Vero True Social is basically it's another social media app. It's somewhere to share pictures and other media, right? And then you have the Truth Network, which is a Christian radio service, okay? Neither one of these organizations, I think, want to be associated with Donald Trump, and they also don't want their brands to be, mixed up with anybody else out in the marketplace. And there is a fear that even being mistaken, or even the thought that they might be in cahoots, or getting along with Donald Trump, could cast a negative light on these brands. So the USPTO has, for now, they have rejected the application. Now, Trump's legal team, they are free to appeal the rejection. If they can show distinctiveness, I'd be interested to see how they do that. But for now, they have been denied. Okay? Now, any questions before we move on? Any questions? All right. Okay. Next, sorry for that last story. The point that I want you to take out is that when you are trying to trademark something, right, you need to make sure that it is not the same or dangerously close to anybody else's brand, right? Because you don't want there to be confusion in the marketplace. So think about, I always use this example, Dove soap. You have Dove soap and you have Dove chocolate. The reason those two can exist is because they're two different products. One is soap, one is chocolate. But you would never have two Dove soaps or two Dove chocolates, at the same time. Not in this market, okay? Now, you might have off-brand, but that's a different story, okay? All right, moving forward. Story number 2. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer. If you have sensitive ears, or if there are little ones near you, I would maybe, I don't know, knock out for a few minutes. If you got kids around, tell them to leave the room for a second. Hey, Derek. But for the next few minutes, we're going to be using some very strong language, not because I'm being filthy, but because it's part of the story. I don't know if y'all remember when I told y'all my mama don't play. Like, look, I don't cuss on this show because she watches it, but sometimes it is necessary because it's part of the story. All right? All right, so this next story, there's a gentleman by the name of Eric Brunetti. Eric Brunetti, he was one of the first people who I started talking about when I started doing this live show. He had an ongoing battle with the Supreme Court. Eric Brunetti had a clothing brand that he was trying to trademark. Okay? The name of the clothing brand was spelled F-U-C-T, and it was pronounced fucked. All right? Eric Brunetti, he applied for a trademark for FUCT. At first, he was denied by the USPTO because they said that, it was, it was offensive and all this stuff. But eventually, there was a Supreme Court ruling that you cannot deny a trademark just because you don't like what the person is trademarking, right? So Eric Brunetti ended up being able to trademark his clothing line FUCT. Now, before he got FUCT trademarked, Eric was like, you know what? Well, if y'all aren't going to give me FUCT, I'm going to go full force and I'm going to try and trademark the actual word fuck, F-U-C-K. So Eric Brunetti, he filed a trademark for the word fuck for clothing, for another clothing line. What do you think the Supreme Court said when Eric Brunetti tried to trademark everyone's favorite four-letter word? What do you think the court said to, or the USPTO, I should say, said to Brunetti when he tried to trademark the word fuck, F-U-C-K? Mom, I'm not cussing because I want to. I'm cussing because it's part of the story. All right? Thank you. What do y'all think the Supreme Court, the USPTO said? Y'all so quiet. Clubhouse, y'all okay? Let me know if y'all all right, okay? Yes, Derek Bailey, you are absolutely right. They couldn't do it. It's everyone's word. Everyone, well, for the most, if you're a person who curses, you have most likely used F-U-C-K in your vernacular. It is a ubiquitous word. When you are trying to trademark something, your trademark must identify your brand immediately. If there was a brand out there called FUCK, I would never know who it belonged to because FUCK is such a common word. So absolutely right, Derek Bailey. Okay? So Eric Brunetti, while he is not able to get the trademark for FUCK because everybody FUCKs. Y'all like that, right? Y'all like that, right? I'm just being silly. Anyway. All right. So good luck to him. All right. Moving on to our next story, then we're going to take a quick break. Do we have any Prince fans in the house? If you are a Prince fan, please give me an umbrella emoji, some type of rain emoji, purple something. Give me something Prince related. Give me something Prince related. Hey. Is that a hand up for Prince or are you giving me a high five, Derek? If you are a fan or you know who Prince Rogers Nelson is, or Prince Nelson Rogers, I forget if it's Prince Nelson Rogers or is it Prince Rogers Nelson? Anyway, if you're a fan of Prince, Give me, oh, thank you. Give me some type of rain emoji, okay? Now, we all know that, unfortunately, Prince passed a few years ago. And there has been, thank you, Red Baron, for the Purple Heart. And there has been, a lot of stuff happening with his estate. He did not leave a will. So they've been, basically, thank you, Derek Bailey. They've been trying to, figure out what Prince owned, what his assets were, and B, figure out how much it's worth, and that in itself has cost his estate millions upon millions of dollars, right? But one of the things that the estate is able to hold on to is, hey Josh King 585, is Prince's intellectual property, okay? Now Prince, he's known for Paisley Park. And we actually I'm, setting up all this background. But basically, the story is there is a company that was developing dietary supplements, and they wanted to call it Purple Rain. They wanted to call their dietary supplements Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Paisley Park Enterprises, which is the company that controls, Prince's intellectual property, they opposed this application. Okay? And what do you think the USPTO said when Paisley Park Enterprises opposed the application for Purple Rain dietary supplements? Purple Rain, Purple Rain. What do you think they said? What do you think they said? Bro, Prince Rogers Nelson. Y'all okay out there? I'm worried. Okay. No, they did not say sure, go right ahead, Derek Bailey. The USPTO said, look, some concepts, some trademarks, they grow beyond their class of goods, and they are, universally recognized. When you hear Purple Rain, I guarantee you, 99% of anybody who has heard a Prince song in their lifetime, if you hear the phrase Purple Rain, you are automatically going to think of Prince, right? So because Prince was so popular and he popularized Purple Rain, it's gone past the music. It's gone past entertainment to wherever you hear Purple Rain, you're going to think of Prince. So Paisley Park was able to, uphold that opposition, and this dietary supplement company is not going to be able to use the term Purple Rain. Now, we had a case that was like this not too long ago, where a wine company was trying to, trademark their wine as Purple Rain Wines. And it was not only an issue of, Purple Rain belonging to Prince, but also the fact that Prince didn't drink. Derek Bailey said someone from the patent office is a Prince fan, huh? They must be, okay? Because they're like, no, you will not disrespect Prince Rogers Nelson name up in here. All right? So Prince, you will not be seeing Purple Rain dietary supplements at your local GNC, okay, or your online supplement retailer. But I want to ask you guys, do you think that the USPTO got it right? Do you think they were right to deny Purple Rain dietary supplements? Or is the idea that Purple Rain has transcended music and entertainment, is that true? Right? What do you think? Do you think that the USPTO got it right? Or do you think that, Purple Rain, as it applies to Prince, should only apply to music and entertainment. Derek Bailey is saying yes, the USPTO got it right. Does anybody disagree? Anybody disagree? Anybody disagree? Derek Bailey said you automatically think Prince when you hear Purple Rain. Absolutely. And that's why Paisley Park is able to successfully, pull these lawsuits off. There is no other entertainer, I think, who is more associated with a color than Prince with purple. I may be mistaken, let me know. But for me, that's what I feel. All right. Before we move on, I want to remind you guys that you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are in the startup phase of your business and you're looking for legal guidance on how to, make your business legitimate, hit me up. I want to help you out. I'm a licensed attorney of 16 years. With a passion for helping entrepreneurs achieve their dreams. So link up with me. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. That is the only link on my bio on Clubhouse, on Instagram. It's all over my page on Facebook. It's on YouTube. So hook up with your girl, okay? All right, moving on. Do we have any Taylor Swift fans here? If you know Taylor Swift, or if you are a fan of Taylor Swift, or if you just know about her, you know who she is, that she exists, give me a cat emoji. Apparently, Taylor Swift trademarked her cat's names for some merch at some point. But yeah, if you know who Taylor Swift is, give me a cat emoji. Y'all, this cleanse is giving me so much energy. All right. Derek Bailey said no. Okay. All right. You're not a fan, but you know who she is. I'm not going to say I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I will say that she has, a song or two that get my toes a tapping. All right. Anyway, Taylor Swift recently put out an album. The name of the album is called Lover. And these days for people to sell albums, they're doing a lot more because you can just stream it. If people want physical copies, or you want people to buy physical copies these days, you have to give them an incentive. So Taylor Swift's incentive for this album was to offer a companion booklet that contained, poems that she'd written, song lyrics, pictures of her cats, things like that. Kind of like a scrapbook, right? So think about, when you used to buy CDs and they gave you the little booklet with the liner notes, and if you were lucky, they gave you the lyrics too. Taylor was kind of bringing this back, but with, a book of poetry. So that happens. Then this lady comes out, this lady named Teresa Ledart, okay? Teresa Ledart, she wrote a book of poetry in 2010 that she self-published called Lover. Again, it's a book of poetry. It contained poems, photos of her, and just little thoughts and things. So again, like another scrapbook thing. Teresa Ledart is suing Taylor Swift for copyright infringement because she is saying that Taylor Swift ripped off her book of poetry for the album. Okay. Now, I will say, when you look at Taylor Swift's companion booklet and the cover to Teresa Dart's book of poetry, I would say the similarities are that, they both have pink and blue, and they both have pictures of the women on the cover. However, When you are claiming copyright infringement, there has to be a something distinctive about your work, right? Now, the lady isn't saying that Taylor Swift copied her poems. She's saying that Taylor Swift copied her idea of making a collection of poems, anecdotes, and photos. How many of y'all have ever kept a journal? If you have ever kept a journal, please raise your hand or give me a raised hand emoji. If you've ever kept a journal. Red Baron says she was on 60 Minutes. She owns everything, even the stage. What do you mean the stage? What stage does she own? Yeah, but if you ever kept a journal, just give me a raised hand emoji real quick, okay? And Derek Bailey's, you still do? Awesome. And, for most of us who've ever kept a journal, you write in it, you might doodle in it, you might, put some scraps and things during her concerts. So what, she brings her own stage? I'm not sure what you mean by she owns the stage. But yeah, when you have a journal, it's like a collection of your thoughts and, and things that are important to you. So this lady is basically saying, hey, Taylor, you stole my idea of writing my thoughts in a book and publishing it. What do you think about that, guys? Did this lady invent keeping a journal? Is the idea of a collection of poems and photos and little stories, is that, so brand new of an idea that Taylor Swift must have undoubtedly ripped it off from this lady? What do you guys think? If so, I might be due for a check too. What do you guys think? Derek Bailey said, probably like Bon Jovi, he controls everything. I can understand it. I want to know what y'all mean for the stage. Like, are they bringing in their stage? Derek Bailey said she sounds crazy. Right, she does sound crazy. You're basically suing Taylor Swift for putting out a journal with her album. Everybody, like tons of people keep journals. Tons of people. Hey, AP Jackson, I didn't even see you, girl. Yes, that lady is reaching. Like, what is she going to say? Anybody, within 10 miles of her who keeps a journal is copying her? You cannot copyright an idea. It must be expressed, right? So now, if she could prove that Taylor Swift had, copied her poems word for word, then we could talk about something. You're basically just saying, well, she decided to put out a book of poetry 12 years after I decided to. So she obviously, copied me. My book that was self-published and, wasn't even on Amazon. Anyway, but, good luck to that lady. I don't think she's going to get very far in her lawsuit, but, it's a free country if you got money to waste. Okay? All right. On the stage. No, AP Jackson, not saying that she slays, but I think they meant like literally owning the stage. Derek Bailey said, I think she's probably trying to embarrass her and get a quick check. Taylor Swift don't get embarrassed, baby. Okay? Don't let that sweet little face fool you. Taylor Swift, she is a business monster. Okay? All right, next story of the evening. If you saw Coming to America, give me a crown emoji. If you have ever seen Coming to America, give me a crown emoji. Okay. Give me a crown emoji if you've ever seen Coming to America. All right. I saw Coming to America. I also saw the sequel, and while the sequel, it was great for nostalgia, they didn't really need to do that. The first one, if you saw the first one. Okay. Now, in the first Coming to America movie, when Prince Akeem, thank you, Derek Bailey, when Prince Akeem comes to the United States, he starts working at a restaurant. Does anybody remember the name of that restaurant? Type it in the chat boxes for me. What was the name of the restaurant that Prince Akeem worked at in Coming to America? And where he met, the love of his life. I forget that girl name. Mm-hmm. Derek, I'm counting on you. Oh, thank you, AP Jackson. Yes, McDowell's. Absolutely. McDowell's. And remember, it was like a running joke in the movie that McDowell's, they were ripping off McDonald's. And the difference between them and McDonald's was that their buns didn't have seeds. All this stuff, right? Well, McDowell's made it into, pop culture. So much so that some people have taken their love for McDowell's too far. There is a company that has been out here doing McDowell's pop-up restaurants. So basically decorating, restaurants in different places like McDowell's and serving things that, were on the McDowell's menu in the Coming to America movie. Here's the problem. McDowell's belongs to Paramount Pictures, and Paramount Pictures is not happy. They have filed a trademark infringement suit against this company for violating their trademarks. While McDowell's wasn't the main trademark in the movie, it has attained significance all on its own through the popularity of Coming to America. So much so that just like Purple Rain, when I say Purple Rain, you think Prince. If I say McDowell's, you're probably going to think Coming to America. So Paramount Pictures is suing this company that is doing, yes, Derek Bailey, really, that is doing McDowell's pop-ups because they are using, a word that was made popular by their piece of work. They probably own merchandise having to do with McDowell's, and they're not having it. So this is just a word of warning, okay? If you are using, really, Toby? Are you serious? That's how you're gonna do me? You know I'm at work. Thank you. You good? Y'all see what I gotta do with? Okay, what was I saying? Paramount Pictures and McDowell's. Yeah, so if you're trying to do, Derek Bailey said he would go. You would go. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why Paramount Pictures does not want it, in rotation. Oh, crap. Okay, I gotta hurry up because my phone battery has been acting up. My friends on Instagram, you might have to watch me sideways for a little bit because I need to put a charger on this thing. Hold on. Hey, Trista. Who's on their job, Derek? All right, Instagram, if y'all can see me, just give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. Clubhouse, y'all okay over here? All right. Derek Bailey said Paramount is mad they didn't think of it first. Maybe, but the point is that they still, own the rights to that intellectual property, and they can do with it what they want to. They can... Oh, Toby's on his job. They get to say who can and cannot use, their creations. That is what copywriting and trademarking is. All right. Okay. Moving on to our next story of the evening. So earlier today, I put a picture in my stories of a logo. It was like basically a big dark blue circle with ridged edges and like a black line not far from the edge, right? And I asked you guys if this logo application reminded you of anything. Someone said Pillsbury, the Pillsbury logo. When I saw it, it just in terms of the color, and I guess because I had, the background of the story, it reminded me of the Gap logo. If you go look at my Facebook or Instagram stories, you're going to see this logo. This blue circular figure has been, an application has been filed by Kanye West for this symbol for a new clothing line, okay? So Kanye West, in his ever-expanding empire, has filed a trademark for a new clothing logo, which is a dark blue circle. For me, when I saw this logo, I thought that the shade, the color, was very close to the shade of blue that Gap uses for their logo. And if you didn't know, the Gap actually has a trademark on that shade of blue for their marketing colors. So if you are in the clothing retailer industry, you can't use that shade of blue in your trademarks. Doesn't mean you can't use it on your signage, but if you're going to trademark your logo and you're going to specify colors, that particular color is not available to you as a clothing retailer. All right? Anyway, so I just wanted to know from you guys whether it looked like anything familiar to you, or if you thought there might be a problem between no, or if you thought there might be a problem between Kanye and the Gap based on this new trademark filing. What do y'all think? Who's here? Okay. What do you guys think? Okay. Hi Channing, how you doing? What do y'all think? For me, I think that the color is very similar to the Gap blue, but that's for them. Great, hun. But good luck to Kanye, and I hope he comes back to us one day soon. All right? Okay, before we move on to our final 3 stories of the evenings, I want to remind you guys that you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are in the startup phase of your business and you are looking for legal guidance because you don't know where to go, but you want to get your products into stores like Target, you want to get business credit so you can get a nice business loan to fund your dream, or you want to get a federal contract, you need to have your paperwork in order, and I want to help you do that. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and connect with me today. All right, moving on to our final 3 stories of the night. Did anybody watch Toy Story 4? If anybody watched Toy Story 4, just give me a 4 in the comments. Did I watch? I think I did watch Toy Story 4 on Disney Plus, but I kind of was half asleep when I was watching it, so I don't remember all of it. But if you saw Toy Story 4, give me a 4 in the comments, okay? In Toy Story 4, did anybody see Buzz Lightyear too? Thank you, Derek Bailey. Now, in Toy Story 4, they introduced a character by the name of Duke Kaboom. Now, Duke Kaboom, he was a daredevil. He did tricks and stuff on his bike, stuff that would scare the average person and that, a lot of times put his life in danger. And you could say that there are similarities to a certain real-life character, and apparently it was enough of a similarity that Evel Knievel filed an infringement lawsuit. They said that this character that they were using for Toy Story 4 was based on him and was violating his rights of his right of celebrity, basically, right? So he's basically saying, look, Disney based their whole Duke Kaboom character after me. All right, this is me. There's only one Daredevil. There's only one Evel Knievel. Everybody knows that's me. What do you think the court said to Evel Knievel and to Disney? What do you think the court said to Evel Knievel and to Disney? Ooh. What do you think the judge... Isn't he dead? Oh yeah, I mean, not Evel Knievel himself, but you know, the company that handles his intellectual property and the use of his likeness and things like that. I'm so sorry I didn't make that clear, Derek. Channing said they said it's an animation. No, it wasn't that they said it's an animation. What they said was the character was not the character wasn't distinctive enough, right? Hey guys, Evel Knievel's, the company that controls Evel Knievel's intellectual property, they were basically saying that, you know, because this character is a daredevil and rides a motorcycle and wears a white costume, that's automatically Evel Knievel. And what the court said to Evel Knievel's intellectual property company was like, look, Evel Knievel, he's not the only daredevil in the world. He's not the only daredevil that rides a motorcycle. And, you know, he doesn't own the color white. So while there can be inferences made that it's based on Evel Knievel, there's nothing to say that, you know, there's nothing so distinctive about Evel Knievel that Duke Kaboom, you know, would be mistaken for Evel Knievel. Derek Bailey also said people from this era wouldn't know who he is anyway. You're absolutely right. How many kids, you know, how many people born after, like, I don't know, 1990, born after 2000 are going to know who Evel Knievel is? Anyway, so yeah, so Evel Knievel's intellectual property company, they lost their lawsuit against Disney regarding Duke Kaboom on Toy Story 4. Derek Bailey said the handlebar mustache. Well, does Evel Knievel have, you know, is the handlebar mustache Evel Knievel's signature? There are plenty of characters and, you know, actors and stuff throughout history who've had handlebar mustaches. None of that is distinctive, right? Channing Lamar said true statement. Right, okay. Derek Bailey said, oh, you mean people my age, Natalie? Derek, how old are you, Derek? Because you always have this picture of Malcolm X. Anyway, so, yeah, so good luck to Disney and them. All right? Okay, this next story, this is an interesting question or an interesting problem. If anybody watches the UFC... or does anybody watch the UFC? If you do, give me, like, I don't know, some boxing glove emojis. Even though I know they don't use boxing gloves, okay? Anyway, so there was, I don't know if he's still living, but there is or was a UFC fighter by the name of Michael Bisping, right? And like many sports people, athletes, you know, who are popular, people like to do documentaries about their life. So someone was doing a documentary about Michael Bisping's life. I think he was involved in it as well. And about his history as a UFC fighter. So as part of this documentary, they obviously used, you know, footage of Michael when he was in the ring. He's still alive? Okay. So, you know, they used footage of Michael Bisping when he was in the ring of the UFC for the documentary about his life. And the UFC is now suing, or claiming copyright infringement because they're saying they used, they used footage that is the property of the UFC. Right now, Michael Bisping, he is in this footage, but there is no denying that the footage was filmed by UFC. Does Michael have any claim over this video footage as as a participant in it? He's a commentator for the UFC now. Okay, thank you, Derek. What do you guys think? Does Michael Bisping have a right to use UFC content for his documentary? Does he have the right to use UFC content that features him? Hey, what do you think? What do y'all think? What do you think? Derek Bailey said, I can believe that, Natalie. They will pull videos off of your channel claiming copyright infringement. Okay, so it seems like the UFC is really like intellectual property happy, and they don't take no stuff. Channing Lamar said no, if they didn't give him permission to do so. All right, so Channing is on the side of the UFC. For me, I'm conflicted here. This is where I feel like copyright law has not yet caught up with the reality of media, and how things work. And we really need to revamp our intellectual property laws, because now, because of the ubiquity of media, there are many different parts to a photo. If you take a picture of me, and the picture goes big, it goes big because I'm in it, not just because you took it, right? So shouldn't I have a say in that photo? But, yeah. Derek Bailey said nope, he has to get permission. Right, so while, the UFC is probably going to win this, I think that, in my opinion, just personally, I feel like if you are in content that features you, unless you have expressly signed, away your intellectual property rights, you should have the ability to use it. Derek Bailey said, it seems like the promotional companies own the rights to the fight. Yeah, Dana White is really serious about the intellectual property. But good luck to Michael Bisping. Hopefully they can figure this out amicably. All right? And last story of the night. Do we have any Usain Bolt fans? If you are a Usain Bolt fan, give me some type of sneaker emoji. Give me a sneaker emoji. Hey, 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 hey. What? I would think. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Channing Lamar. Okay, Usain Bolt. He is, I think he's like the reigning track champion. Anyway, he's like one of the fastest men in the world. Superstar in Jamaica. Nike, endorsements, all types of stuff. Thank you, Derek. Usain Bolt, he's a star. Thank you. And as a celebrity, as someone of note, Usain Bolt, he's out here, securing his intellectual property as well. He's got his name trademarked. But now Usain Bolt is trying to trademark something that might be a little bit more difficult. Usain Bolt is trying to trademark a pose. He's what they're calling a signature pose, right? Now, the first thing this reminds me of is the Michael Jordan Jumpman silhouette, right? That is a trademarked pose image that is easily recognizable. So now Usain Bolt is trying to do thing with his pose, which is kind of like, I don't know, like two fingers, like holding a gun, leaning back, just look up Usain Bolt pose. You'll see what I'm talking about. Channing Lamar said he should definitely try to secure that pose. All right, so Channing is for it. Derek Bailey said it's his pose though. Okay, so apparently y'all are all in agreement that this is a very signature pose for Mr. Bolt. So I guess he's doing the right thing. Usain Bolt has filed a trademark for that pose that he does. Now I can visualize it in my mind, but I cannot explain it to you. But y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So good luck to him. I hope he's able to get it. He's doing wonderful things for his community and things like that, and doing his country proud. So good for you, Usain Bolt. All right. So those were the stories that I wanted to share with you tonight. We got through everything. I'm really happy that we did. I'm so happy for all of the participation that we had this evening on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Clubhouse. Y'all are awesome. So we are coming to the end of the show. If you guys have any questions on any of the stories that we talked about, you have about 1 minute to get it in. If you do, I'll cover them till they're done. If not, we're going to close out this evening. I want to, again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you are in need of legal guidance to, set up your business properly, hit me up. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm and book a free 15-minute consultation. Hold on. Channing said, side note, yes, he does it all the time and he's a winner. Now it may come down white and black. We'll see. All right. So this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. Get into your business, drinking your water, staying moisturized. Enjoying the last of summer before it leaves us. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So have a good night, guys. Love ya. Bye. Okay. You got to turn off. And off. Share. Okay, I gotta go here and